So this is my conception, and it's at 1 inch equals a foot, which means that this guy is 6 feet tall. It's 6 inches. So when you look at it and you want to see how it's going to feel on the site, then just get down and look at it from his eye level, okay? A lot of people like to know that. Anyway, I designed this piece so that it would be away from the north entry, so it would be near the rain garden and near in close proximity to the murals, because I thought that the mural project was really sweet, you know, and I love the fact that it had all these stories and everything, and I wanted my piece to be a loose extension of that, not to repeat what was said, but to be somehow related to it, that there would be a story in it, a narrative. So this piece is located across from the murals on the Kensington Street side, and it's out in the grassy area that's open. And what I wanted to do is create a kind of an enclosure with 2 screens that describe the history and then current events. And the central portion of it is an homage or an icon of the rushing creek. So I used the 2 ideas, the 2 things that created Frankfurt or made it strong, and that is the road and the creek. And the creek brought the industry, the creek brought work, and the road brought the people. And so I decided to make a real glimmering kind of a water form that would create an archway to walk under and kind of run around. And then this is sort of a hybrid. I joined the idea of a water wheel and a millstone together. So this is an interactive, just kind of a very simple interactive piece that describes the way that the millstones work and how when their patterns cross and they grind the grain, that it creates this optical illusion. So you can see that it's kind of a big wheel, but it's going to be really easy to push, and it's going to have a guard in the front that will keep people from getting their fingers caught in there. And the disc on the inside has a painted pattern, and then the outside guard has the opposite pattern, so it creates this optical illusion. This is stainless steel, and then back here there are images from history. I want to work with the community to figure out what those images might be, what would be really important to them. In this case, the screen is talking about how the landscape changed over time from sort of an organic or a natural environment to a built environment, and it shows the road and the creek crossing. And then this panel shows the elevated, you know, a church and, or no wait, here's the elevated, a church, and several storefronts, showing, you know, like the current environment and how much more angular, how much more architectural it is. So those are the 2 elements creating a screen around the central feature, which is the creek. Anybody have any questions?
I do.
Okay.
I actually like your model. I like your concept. I like the way you talk about bringing the road and the mills together with the creek. But your models, really, all your models are a work of art. What are you going to do with your models? I mean, can I make a suggestion to either donate them to the Historical Society of Frankfurt with your concept of what? I mean, you're not going to keep these models, but you can't sell them on eBay. I don't think. But I think you want to donate them either to the Historical Society of Frankfurt or to Globe Dye Works.
I'll think about that.
Even your models could be on display, even if your full-scale thing never really makes it. Just a suggestion, but I really love your model.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
If you do that, I guarantee we'll show it and put a label on it.
All right.
Or give it a little booklet with your model if you're donated to society.
Okay, thank you. Other questions or comments? Nobody?
I like that creek. As far as how does it, stainless steel, how does it hold up to the ravages of the local neighborhood?
It's the best. It's really the best. Stainless just sits out there, it's impervious to weather. I mean, some of it has a little bit of steel running through it that might, you know, look a little speckled over time, but, you know, for the most part, it's just absolutely, you know, impervious to weather, but not to grime. So that if it gets dirty, you hose it down. You have to hose it
So
down.
someone-
Depends on your environment,
Yeah, how
you know.
about the graffiti?
What do they make
Is
trains
that
from?
okay? Is that something that's?
All railroad cars, I mean.
It's stainless is, you know, you could just grind it off, you know. Yeah, it's wonderful, wonderful material.
Hey, anybody else?
Don't you think? Stainless, huh?
Okay, who's done eating, who wants to go next? Anybody? You guys? Okay, Pete, go ahead. Thank you, Christine.